Hey guys, my name is Miska and welcome to Overwatch Central. Today I'm bringing you a bit of a kind of special video, a bit of a different video. We've gone into a custom game to try and visualize the new Symmetra changes for the rework that have not been put to live or PTR servers yet or anything like that, but have been revealed on the forums by the Blizzard devs in sort of several different forum posts outlining the changes, even down to value changes for just damage values and so on. So we're going to be going through them in this video for those of you that didn't quite understand how exactly the new rework, the new Symmetra will work, and also just to give you guys that haven't seen any of it a good idea of how the hero will function after these changes have gone through. So we've gone into a custom game, changed the values we can change, and try to sort of represent the new Symmetra with those changes. So yeah, let's just go and take a look at some footage of what the new turrets may look like, the Sentry Turret. So basically you'll be able to shoot them out with a sort of projectile, and this is kind of our recreation of that and how this could kind of work. They've been described as working similar to fire rockets with how they're shot out, so you can shoot them out like this. Every single turret has 30 HP, they deal more damage and they slow more than they usually do, so even more than you see in these clips actually, and that's kind of how they will work. And you can kind of shoot them out with the gun to place them further away to work on offense and defense. That's kind of the idea behind that. So yeah, she can only place out 3, but they're a bit stronger and has a little bit more HP, and you can shoot them out at range just like that. The next ability we have is the teleporter. Now this can be placed on range, on a 25-meter range. You spawn one and that is the exit, then you can go into the entrance that is spawned near you, and yeah, you can use this to quickly teleport your allies and yourself. The teleporter doesn't last for very long, but you can basically quickly throw it up like this. The exit will spawn where you're placing it, and the entrance will spawn near you, and then you just use that, and you're able to sort of just teleport real quick across the map. This can be used for a lot of sneaky plays, but apparently you'll be able to use things like the Diva Bomb and throw them through the teleporter, and the Junkrat Riptires and so on, for a lot of sneaky new plays as described by Jeff Goodman in these forum posts. So that should be really cool too, opening up for a lot of new sort of uses of the teleporter and other abilities with the teleporter too. So that should be really cool. And yeah, looking forward to seeing that in game, but that's our best representation of that. Next up is the right click, the big orb. You'll be able to shoot this at enemies and it'll explode on impact and not pierce, and it'll have like a bit of an AoE explosion effect around it. As you see, we've tried to recreate here. You can probably figure out how we sort of recreated this in a custom game, but yeah, it's basically an AoE sort of bomb that you can shoot. It'll still go through barriers, but it'll hit an enemy and explode, dealing 130 damage on impact, and then dealing a little bit of damage in an AoE, but most of the damage is from that direct impact. So yeah, a good way to deal damage to someone through a barrier, but not all the people behind them, as well as the orb will not pierce enemies but still pierce shields, sort of, at least according to the comments made. It's hard to say exactly. The last, of course, thing that we want to show off is the primary fire, as we showed off the secondary fire. So the primary fire will be dealing more damage than before basically, and we're trying to show that off here with this type of visualization. And here we're just trying to show off how quickly it can kill on a reset barrier. So the damage has been upped from 30 on the first level, 60 on the second, and 120 on the last, to 65, 130 and 195. Instead of the damage leveling up after 1 second though, you would start dealing that damage after 2 seconds now instead. So basically for about 2 seconds straight you will be dealing this 65 damage per second, and then after that you will level that up to 130 a second for another 2 seconds, and then the last tier of damage, which you will just, you know, deal infinitely if you just keep holding down the button and damaging something, is the 195 damage a second, which is a whole lot of damage, and this will melt through barriers as you also don't consume any ammo. If you're just damaging barriers, you will instead be generating ammo from these barriers, which is a really cool mechanic and kind of encourages shield break a bit more with Symmetra, which is an interesting mechanic. We haven't really seen this before, so I'm looking forward to seeing how that could exactly work out and how that will work. And last but not least, we have the ultimate. Now this is a mock-up picture that I have made of what I think the new photon barrier ultimate will look like and what it'll sort of work like, and yeah, just what it'll look like in game. This is a mock-up, it's unofficial, it's just my Photoshop work, but the main thing here is that I was wondering if the barrier will actually go through walls or not. It says that it will be placed like a May wall, and it'll be a 5000 HP barrier, and it'll be effectively infinite in size. So yeah, I think it could look like this, or it could be the alternate version that I've made here that just doesn't go through walls, so it would just project up from one point, but it wouldn't go through walls. Let me know what you think in the comments below. below, and yeah, we'll see which version we're actually getting or what it will actually look like in game once it's added. It's interesting, but I'm not sure if it's OP, honestly. I'm really looking forward to seeing how that will work out. It's hard to judge before you see it in play. However, there are things like, of course, dive comp that will just be able to go through it, you know, and kind of ignore the shield. So I think it's fairly balanced, but we'll get to see when that is added into game. But that's it for this video. Thank you guys very much for watching this sort of Symmetra Rework visualization attempt, I guess you could say. It was pretty fun to do, and yeah, I thought maybe it could help some people out that didn't really quite understand the dev posts or wanted a bit more of a visualization and a better explanation as to how these abilities will work. Alright, that's it for this video. Thanks again for watching. Like the video if you enjoyed it, of course, and subscribe for more Overwatch content. You know the drill. Until next time though, take care, and we'll see you then.